Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again, and holy fucking shit, a video that's not about region locking. Yeah, I think we're past due the next collection update, aren't we? It's funny, you know, there's 8 games lying here the now, and I've actually got about quite a few in the post as we speak, so I'm surprised I'm just going ahead and waiting. You know, I'm not waiting, I should say, and just, yeah, I'm impatient. I don't know. Also, actually, for those of you who watch it, I apologise for not getting much on my main channel this week, you know. It's literally been so hot. I can't sit down on this couch and just record for a couple hours, you know. I just get so... It's torture. It's bloody torture. But hopefully I can come up with something to fill the void. In the meantime, let's talk about video games. First on the pile we have Project Cross Zone. I was, you all know I was really happy to see this come out. And what's the verdict? It's alright. Okay, I've only played it for a couple hours, and I am really enjoying it, that has to be said. But I can really see where some people are coming from, you know. It's probably going to get mighty repetitive later on, you know. I mean, it's supposed to be a strategy RPG, but there's very little strategy. And you know what? That's actually a plus for me, because I am shite at strategy games, as you all know, you know. But either way, you know, this sort of game, the beauty of it is, you know, like, the fact that it came out in the first place and all the fan service it represents, because you've got all these fucking characters. You know what the storyline is like in this game, right? Imagine the Subspace Embassy in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, only the characters are now actually talking to each other, right? It makes all amounts of nonsense, and there's a shower of shite and a half, I tell you that. But it's still cool seeing all the characters interact, you know, that's my take on it. So I do definitely recommend this, especially for the price that Namco was releasing it for, especially over here, you know, 24 quid, nice one, Namco. So yeah, definitely recommend that. Next we have New Super Mario Bros. U. I finally picked this one up, and guys, forgive me for sounding redundant as shit here, but, right, see if the Mario games were a person, right? They'd be like, how do I put this? They'd be like a Ned, right? Who's constantly taking the piss, right? He doesn't ken what he's saying, and everybody just hates him, and I don't know where my analogy was going with this. The bottom line is, I've already played this fucking game, okay? And the main series Mario games in general, and this is main series, I don't know how... let me rant about this for a minute, guys. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry about this, but I just need to do this. I don't see how anyone can possibly argue that this should not be considered a main series Mario game. It's a fucking 2D platformer, right? If this isn't a main series Mario game, mind blown, I don't know. But yeah, that said, that friggin' new Super Mario 3D World coming out for the Wii U, I'm not excited for that at all. It's just going to be the same thing we just played on the 3DS, and yeah, Mario's annoying the shit out of me now, you know, as far as main series Mario games go, because I really do genuinely love them, but I want to see them go new places with it, you know. I'm sounding redundant as shit. Everybody's moaned about this. I'll just chuck that at the side and get on to the next one, shall we? Let's do this one, actually, another Wii U game. Yeah, I was picking up all the Wii U games that I probably should have picked up right for the start. Zombie U. Only played it for about an hour or so, so I can't really give a proper opinion on it as of now, but I will say it's very horror feeling, you know, a very, almost kind of like a Dark Souls, in the fact that you can die, leave your stuff where you died, and you play as someone else, and you can pick that stuff up, and you know, there's a constant feeling of dread, you know, very survival horror. As to whether or not the game's any good, I don't know, but it's definitely an interesting premise, and I want to sink my teeth into it at some point. I think Ubisoft recently came out and said, actually, that this game, despite being like the 3rd best-selling game on the Wii U right now, was not profitable, and therefore there will not be a sequel, which is really gutting. It really is, but what can you do, I suppose? But yeah, Zombie U. Right, next we have, actually, hold on, let me clear these games away a wee bit. Okay. Professor Layton, Spectre's Call. I think this is called something else in America, is it? But yeah, I was actually really tempted to pick up the American version of this, because it includes that London Life sort of side game. This one does not, which really pisses me off, but You guys might remember that little video I made on Layton a little while ago. I'm kind of done with them, but I'm still going to pick up the 6th game, basically, you know. But I will say that this one, despite being the last one I got around to owning, is my favourite in the series, you know. I think the story is the best. I like the introduction of the new characters, you know, the 3 new characters, Emmy, Growski, is that his name? And the new villain, Don Palo. I think they're all awesome. I really do. They really make the series, you know, worth playing at all for me now. But yeah, this was definitely my favourite, regardless. Again, I'm still going to wait for Professor Layton 6. Hopefully it'll be a swift one. But yeah. Yeah, Professor Layton and the Spectre's Call. Next we have Murder Case Files and the Malgrave Incident. I know absolutely nothing about this game, and I'll tell you a little story, shall I? Right after I sneeze, hold on. It's coming. Fucking hay fever. Okay, I think it's went away. No, it's coming back. Oh, I'll just start anyway. Right, I know nothing about this game. I was over at a friend's house and we were looking through, these things. You know, these little pamphlets that come with Nintendo games. Don't ask why, we're just nerds like that. And we were just looking through them, and they're all like first-party Nintendo games. There's Skyward Sword, and I always love it when they promote something like Xenoblade, and some of them have the last story in it as well. But yeah, I saw this game in one of them, and I'm like, wait a minute, Nintendo published a point-and-click adventure game? So I immediately went on Amazon and bought it, because I was that curious about it. So yeah, I've not played it yet, but very, very intrigued to give this a go, that's for sure. Will it be any good? I'm not sure, but yeah, I love point-and-click games regardless, so I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Yep. Okay. Rogue Galaxy. I can't remember who it is. I'm sorry for not remembering your name, but I have this particular subscriber since, more or less since I started on YouTube, has recommended that I play this game. I think it's because it involves flying pirate ships and it's somewhat reminiscent of Skies of Arcadia. It's also by Level 5, who are one of my favourite RPG makers. So, I don't know. Not played it yet, so I don't know for sure. But, yeah, Rogue Galaxy. It's another one that I'm looking forward to eventually getting round to, because I've heard nothing but praise from it regardless, and I've got friends that really like it as well. And just looking at the back and all that, it looks like really cool and all that. So, can't wait to start it. Right, Time and Eternity. Okay, I've been following this game since pretty much day one, actually. It's not been getting the best reviews, apparently, and it came out in Europe like a month early or something, like really early. But it's some sort of niche Japanese game that I'll obviously want to pick up. It's basically 100% anime, actually, which, you know, is really, really ambitious, to be honest. You just look at the screenshots, it's all anime, you know, even when you're walking about in the overworld or in battle, it's all anime. It's pretty impressive. But is the game any good? From what I've played so far, I can see where most of the reviewers are coming from. But regardless, I will say this. It's definitely got that sort of charm that Nipponichi's fans are definitely into, you know, that same sort of like humour and all that. So if you're a fan of the company, I'd say definitely pick this up, because this will likely not disappoint you. And I haven't given up on it, I've just been playing other shit, you know, so I'll get to it at some point. Time and Eternity, yeah. Okay, and lastly we have a nice rare game, woohoo! Enemy Zero for the Sega Saturn. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm sorry, but for those of you that do know, you know why, don't you? There's probably like there's probably only 2 reasons why this game will be relevant to you, right? The first of which is that it's technically part of the D series, which was I know nothing about it actually, but they were kind of these interactive film games, kind of like Heavy Rain actually, and this was sort of a spin-off, or it might be part of the main series. It even says up there an interactive movie, right? And the other reason why it would be relevant to you is because this was the first game that Fumito Ueda ever worked on. Fumito Ueda, the genius behind Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. So just based on that fact alone, this game has always been on my to-play list, and I finally got around to buying it. He didn't even have a major role in the game's development, he was just an animator, so I don't know if I'll like it or not, but still, for that reason, I was really itching to give it a try, you know. My Saturn is still packed away right now, so I haven't been able to play many old games in a long while. But heck, my back catalogue grows regardless. But yeah, Enemy Zero, really chuffed to own that one finally. And yeah, that's all the games for now. See you next time. The next collection update probably won't be too far away because I'm expecting a lot of games, but whatever. See you after. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.